Yo, welcome to the New Normal Podcast. If you're over there on YouTube, make sure y'all like, comment, and especially subscribe. If you're over there on Facebook, Twitter, or any other place, make sure y'all like the video, give it a share. Make sure y'all follow the page, especially on Facebook. We're trying to get these channels to grow. Today, I want to talk about suicide. And the reason that we're talking about suicide is because I've been seeing the same sentiment when it comes to suicide and what a lot of people's beliefs are when it comes to this
On
topic.
Facebook. We're trying to get these channels.
And why I say that is a lot of people are saying suicide is selfish. I don't know if y'all believe that. I don't know if y'all feel that way. And I'm going to say this: I am not a mental health professional. I do not work with people that have mental illnesses. I've encountered a lot of them, um, talked to a lot of them, been around them, and would probably say that I've dealt with some type of, depression or something like that, even, thoughts of suicide at one point in time. What we're going to talk about is why people think it's selfish. And I'm going to say something. This is a podcast that if you get triggered easily, you may not want to watch because these views and thoughts are just mine and mine alone. No one helped me come up with these. This is just from me dealing with my own issues and rationalizing things and talking to people and seeing how people feel about certain things. So my take on suicide is sometimes the best help for people who are dealing with suicide sometimes is suicide. I know that might sound fucked up. I think the best help for people who are contemplating suicide will be suicide. What I mean by that and why do I say that? People say it's selfish, or sometimes I've heard people say that it's the cowardly way out. But to go against your imperative to live, the will to live, to just do that to yourself, to just end it all, you have to be very, very tormented individual. You have to be going through a lot of anguish. You have to be tormented basically in your mind, your body, your soul. You're fighting with every urge to not do an act so heinous against yourself. And a lot of people say that it's selfish because of the people that you leave behind and the people that you hurt. In turn, they want you to live for them, your children, your mother, father, your family, basically, and people that love you, people that are close to you, and people that know you. The thing is with that, sometimes you're hurting more. And if you can't find a solution for the pain and the things that's hurting you, you cause pain to others. We can take like a Jeffrey Dahmer situation. This is a person that was definitely sick, tormented. John Wayne Gacy, whatever his name is. You could look at those people like that and just understand that those people are very, very tormented. Those people are hurt. Those people are dealing with stuff. And the only way to solve those urges sometimes is to take drastic measures. A lot of people take measures such as, let's say, if you have a person who's a pedophile, right? They go far as castration sometimes, or trying to go far for castration, because we know there's no rehabilitation for people like that. Um, is there a way to save people from committing suicide? Yes, I think there's people that deal with bouts of suicide, depression, urges to hurt themselves, people who cut themselves. I think there is help for certain people and some people. But I think if a person is off the edge and there's no return, I don't think it's help for those type of people. And the reason that I'm having this conversation, like I said, people say that it's selfish, but me and my wife earlier today was having this conversation. And people that I know around me have been around people recently, as this year and last year and the year before last. I've met so many people who know people who have committed suicide. This is a touchy subject, it's a sensitive subject, it is a delicate subject. And I'm a person who's, thought about suicide, contemplated it, and so I can sit here and tell you that sometimes that battle, you don't even know where it comes from, because some people think that you contemplate that because you had a fucked up life, childhood, you've been touched, molested, you've been beat on, you've been picked on, you've been bullied, and I have had none of that. Those things happen to me whatsoever, point blank, period. Like nothing. I had a good childhood growing up, and you just never know why you're having this feeling, why you're feeling depressed, why you're feeling down, why you feel like you don't want to get up out the bed in the morning, why you feel, tired, you're dragging, you feel lazy. Sometimes if you can't find a positive outlet, you find yourself eating. That's why when you watch people that's on my 600-pound lifestyle, the doctor makes them go to a therapist to talk about their issues. Why are you eating yourself to death? People don't understand that these people are actually trying to commit suicide through food. Why are you eating yourself to death? You have to ask yourself that. We want to know. And when you get into the breakdown of a lot of these people's lives, it's like, well, I was molested by this person. I was touched by this person. I was picked on by this person. My mom and dad had got a divorce, so I found comfort in food. And so these people are actually trying to commit suicide through food, and they know their last resort is going to the doctor and asking the doctor for help. I need surgery. I need some type of help. And then what we see, most of the people that have gone to do the surgery or lost that amount of weight, a lot of them still haven't overcome their mental battles and mental issues that they've had. So they resort back to a lifestyle that they once had after the surgery, negating all the work that they put in because their mind is still not functioning like it's supposed to. It's still not where it's supposed to be mentally. You're not thinking like you're supposed to be thinking. So society says, right? And so this talk about suicide is basically from a man's perspective, from men that I've heard, um, and just understanding that a lot of times when it comes to especially black men and trying to find mental health professionals, it can be very, very difficult. I know a lot of people say, well, this person I know committed this act and they didn't try to find help. Or we don't know what kind of obstacles were in place of those people trying to find help, especially if you are a black man looking for a black male to help you with your mental health and your mental issues. Because some things we understand that as a black man talking to another black man, there are things that I may be able to relate to because we might go through similar situations, little nuances in life that maybe a white man may not understand when we're talking about it from the area of being black. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is if we go here, and I'm going to show this to y'all, and we're going to read this. This is the mental health professional demographics and statistics in the US right now. Let me exit this. I don't know what is it doing. Hold on. Job shit popping up. Hold on. But this is from Zapier.com. It's a research summary. Using a database of 30 million profiles, Zapier estimates demographics and statistics for mental health professionals in the United States. Our estimates are verified against BLS, census, and current job opening data for accuracy. After extensive research and analysis, Zapier's data science team found that there are over 37,514 mental health professionals currently employed in the United States. 73.8 of all mental health professionals are women, while 26.2% are men. The average age of an employed mental health professional is 44 years old. The most common ethnicity of mental health professionals is white, 80.9%, followed by Hispanic or Latino, 9.1, Black or African American, 6.7, and unknown is 1.7. So that's why I say if you are a black male looking for a mental health professional, you in a pool of 100% is only 6.7% Black or African American. Mental health professionals are most in demand in Charleston, South Carolina. The finance industry is the highest paid for mental health professionals. Cappuccino, CA, California pays an average salary of $89,683, the highest in the United States. In 2001, women earned 99% of what men earn. 18% of all mental health professionals are LGBT. Washington is the best state for mental health professionals to live. Mental health professionals are 70% more likely to work at private companies in comparison to government companies. Um, I don't care about the gap right now. We're not even talking about that. So, mental health professional statistics by race, right? The most common ethnicity among mental health professionals is white, which makes up 80.9% of all mental health professionals. Comparatively, there are 9.1 of Hispanic or Latino ethnicities and 6.7 of the Black and or African American ethnicity. And these are your percentages you can look at if you're watching right now. Mental health professional wage gap by race. I don't care about that right now. So after looking at that, I just want to say again, as a black man trying to find a black mental health professional, someone to help you out through the hard times, the bad times. Sometimes, and this is what I was explaining to my wife because one of her friends, committed suicide, and we were talking about him, and I was telling her there are so many obstacles as a black man in America for you to have to climb to find someone that you vibe with. Even if you do find a black man, he may not be suitable to you. Another thing is when this area and this field is so dominated by women, how do we know that men are getting the correct help that they need and they're not sitting up under a woman who is just pretty? Who just looks good, who talks good, who is giving them the correct advice, when it comes to your mental health. A lot of times people are telling me to talk and to talk and to talk about what's ailing them and what's going on, but I would like to say that a lot of times when it comes to mental health, a lot of men need to find a way to get out and work with their hands, hit the gym, punch something. Sometimes a lot of men have issues when it comes to suicide because they don't feel like men. Suicide is on the rise because a lot of men don't feel like men. The reason that is because our society has made men soft, docile. You got to understand when, especially in the black community, so many young boys are being raised by their mother, so they don't even see how to properly handle situations, how men are supposed to handle certain situations. So if you are stressed or frantic, or you see your mama handle it in a manner of a woman, and you're going through an issue and you try to handle those same issues how your mother handled it, it's going to go bad for you every time. And the reason being because your mother has a vagina. What does that mean? When your mother has a vagina and she can bear herself out of certain situations because she know that society protects her, she's in a cocoon, basically, in America, because we have so much women empowerment and stuff that's going on. As a matter of fact, we had Kodak Black talking about the women empowerment movement is cool or whatever, but we got to go back to the time where basically people work for the awards and accolades that they got. And now you see it all the time on social media where we have a woman, getting into a fight, a scuffle, or something like that with a man. And as soon as that man riles up at her or tries to defend himself, other men come to protect her from getting the ass whooping that she deserves. We've seen this. Um, the reason I say that is society is woman driven right now, not woman led, but it's woman driven right now. And it's telling people, like I tell people, our society claims that it cares about mental health, but it really doesn't. We have too many people that want to pussyfoot around a lot of things that's going on, especially when you talk about the LGBT community. A lot of those people are dealing with mental illnesses, but we can't talk about it or address it. We just supposed to let certain people do what the fuck they want to do. And if they say they a fairy, they could be a fairy today. If they say they a tiger, they can be a tiger or whatever. And we're not supposed to even address those mental health issues. Let's talk about another thing. Let's talk about if you are a parent and you know your child has mental issues and you don't try to get your child mental help. If this might sound crazy, this might sound outlandish, but if you're a parent and you know that your child is a menace to society, or you're worried about your child being a menace to society, wouldn't it be your responsibility to get your child help, or even a way to even, put your child down? If you can abort your child without knowing if it's going to be successful or anything, why can't the same go for your child if you know that your child is a menace to society, a threat to other human beings, just like Jeffrey Dahmer? His father knew what was going on and he pretended that he did not know what's going on or overlooked it, or maybe was in denial that it could have been his son, but he basically, from watching the show, I don't know the whole story from watching the show. I know it's sometimes nuances and they put stuff in here to make it a good show. But if him writing a letter to a judge telling him that he needs help, he knows that his son needs to be put down or locked away from anyone to do anything to him, or him doing anything to anyone else. Like, these are conversations when it comes to mental health that we really need to have. How are we telling women to be strong and you don't need a man and all of this, and you understand that young boys that come from fatherless homes are 75%. The people in long-term facilities, correctional facilities, grow up, 75% of them grow up without a father in the fatherless homes. People who commit sexual assault is 85% in long-term correctional facilities. So this is what I'm saying. How do we act like we care about mental health and men's mental health when we're telling women, and we see this all the time. We always see this every other week. A woman can raise a boy to be a man. We see this all the time. A woman can raise a boy to be a man. That is crazy. That is so crazy. And it's even more crazy that people believe that. It's more crazy that people believe that. Another thing is, when we don't talk about when it comes to women in the mental health field, is just how women think, right? And what I mean by that is, typically suicide is so, men always kill themselves because men live in reality. And what I mean by why men kill themselves because of reality, some men like, I know I'm not finna make it out of this. I know I'm not finna be better. I know I'm not finna go to school to better myself. I know I'm dealing with something I don't think people can help me with, or I have talked to someone and I know that this person or these people are not able to help me through what I'm dealing with. So it's like, fuck it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take myself out. Wow. Women live in a fantasy land or kind of like delusional to a lot of stuff that goes on. I know that's unpopular to say, but it's true. We've seen it time and time again where, even when it comes to dating, you have a person like Larsa Pippins divorcing a Scottie Pippen, thinking she was going to do better than a Scottie Pippen with 4 kids at 50 years old. That is delusional. The fucking illusional, right? You have women that do certain things. And what I mean by certain things is I made a post talking about women don't have foresight to see what could be going on when they invite a lot of these men into their households, because women don't understand that there are a good number of men out there who prey on women who are single mothers to get close to their child, especially women who have a lot of children, because you can't watch all of those kids by yourself. It'll just be very, very difficult. And sometimes women are just looking for men to come in just to help financially, or to help take their children to baseball games or the football games or doctor's appointments. If I have a bunch of children, yes, I might need a man that can come in. He may not be the best man, may not make enough money, but some income. Now I got some dick. Now I got some help, and some, what they used to say, a piece of a man is better than no man. And this is what we are at right now, where women are thinking that a piece of a man is better than no man when it comes, and it's like, fuck my child's mental health. I'm gonna say that again. We're in a time where women are thinking a piece of a man is better than no man, and I don't give a fuck about my child's health or well-being. So I'm gonna bring this man into my household so I can have constant dick, an extra income, and maybe some help around the house with my children. That is a scary way of thinking. And like I was saying, women don't have foresight to see what life is going to be, what they've made their life out to be. It's sad that we see these older women, 50 years old, 60 years old, talking about they still looking for their Boaz, or they're still looking for their man to come and rescue them and sweep them off their feet. And they're not settling and all of this shit. Old women. And then it's like we'll see another subset of women talking about, yeah, I was dumb, I was delusional, I was wrong to wait this long, thinking that I was going to quote unquote get the perfect man. Why am I talking about this? Because it's not about relationships. Well, it's just we've seen all this talk, this rhetoric, and it goes to the point that I'm saying that women don't have foresight or live in a fantasy land or delusion, because having a vagina affords women to be delusional. Did you hear what I say? Having a vagina affords women to be delusional. Why can't women be delusional? Because the pussy will bail them out of certain situations. So when it comes back to mental health, having women talk to men about mental health can kind of be very dangerous and scary. When I have a woman who's 44 years old, which is the average age of most mental health professionals, telling me I should do X, Y, and Z and things should work out, if she's never been in the shoes of a man. When you think about the woman who wrote the book, and I cannot think of her name, the woman who wrote the book, who dressed up as a man for 2 years and ended up committing suicide because she understood that being a man, or got to see that being a man is very fucking difficult. Like, we have to be real about this. This is what I want to show you now. I'm gonna click this, and I know y'all seen it already. I'm gonna see if I could just find. I'm gonna see if I could just find hers without anybody doing a reaction to her video. Let's see if I can find a video. And this is what I'm saying when it comes to men being real. With ourselves, with our health, with who we go and see. Like I said, what's the dangerous part about actually going to a woman who's supposed to be your mental health professional is if she's pretty, how do we know she's giving you what you need? Because you just be paying her to sit up under a woman because she looks good. She talks good. She smells nice. She dressed nice. Oh, she got a fat ass. Oh, she looks good. So how do we know that you're not just sitting under this woman because of how she looks? Hold on, my computer is freezing up. Yeah, this bitch won't act up. I get on her Twitter page trying to find it so y'all can actually see what's going on. Hold on, y'all. My computer is slow. I think I need to turn this bitch off. But if I turn this off, we gonna be done for the night. I'm trying to play this video for y'all. And before I play this video, I'm not saying that all women are like this. All healthcare professionals are like this because women love to say, "Oh, not all, not all," and all that bullshit. You know how women are. They like to act like we haven't been using generalizations since forever. Well, why they ain't playing? Hold on.
They have no fucking, 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 have no fucking.
I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell.
Well, hello. Well, hello. It's your friendly neighbors, 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 your friendly neighbors.
I don't know this shit. 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 Yeah, yeah. Can y'all hear me? Oh, shit, hold on, hold on. Hello, hello, hello. It's got a bad echo. The fuck? Yeah. Hello, 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 hello. Edit bitch, 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 edit bitch. It ain't never had an echo like that, so now I'm trying to figure out what the fuck going on. Hello. All right, let's try this shit again so I can find this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm finna exit out this shit because it's not working right. Y'all bear with me.